Hi, it's me, Daphne. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this brand new New York City reading vlog. Hi, I am currently editing this vlog. It is actually Halloween, the day I am sitting here with you. But this vlog was filmed many months ago over the Easter holiday, and I am finally getting it out to you guys. So it was just delayed because other projects came up and kind of pushed it down, and I kind of forgot it was a seasonal thing. So apologies for the off-season content, but I still wanted to provide a fun vlog for you, so I hope you enjoy. It's just not in the correct season. So back to the video. In today's vlog, I am finally doing like my first themed reading vlog, and I'm gonna be reading two like TikTok trendy books, and that is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I'm pretty certain this went viral on TikTok for at least like a moment, and it's definitely been like a booktube favorite for like a long time, and I'm pretty much the last person to ever read it, so I'm excited to try this book in this vlog. And then the other book I plan to read is Zodiac Academy. Yes, I said it, I'm gonna be reading Zodiac Academy. One of my really good friends here on the internet, on BookTube and on Instagram, Hannah Blackwell, is currently devouring the series. She's read like 4 books in like a week or something. I don't know, she is hooked. And she told me she's having a great time, and if anyone's gonna convince me to try a series I wasn't planning on reading, it's her. So I've downloaded the first book and I'm gonna give it a try. This book is definitely taking over the internet right now, or this series in general. So I'm excited to give this series a chance. I really wasn't that interested before, but Hannah's excitement has gotten me way more excited about it. And I think she said it's more like college age for the characters, and I was thinking it was kind of high school age. I just was kind of hesitant about it, but I'm intrigued enough because her excitement is a good motivator. Saturday, I have some fun plans. We're gonna go see the Shen Yun show, which is like the Chinese dancing theater whatever thing, and we've had these tickets like since before the pandemic, so I'm excited to finally be able to attend the show. And then Sunday I might go to New Jersey for brunch with Ina and the gang, so we'll see how that turns out. I will bring you along for the ride. Obviously I'll update you as I go through these books. I'm always forgetting to like tell you what the books are about in the beginning, so I guess I'll do that. So if you don't already know, this is a historical fiction about this celebrity woman. Clearly she's had a lot of husbands, and I think it's done mostly in interview format with this reporter person. And it's just like a character study, I guess, of this woman, but that's pretty much all I know. Going in fairly blind. The only thing that I do know that might be a spoiler, if it's true, is that I believe our main character is queer, and maybe that was like a repressed thing. So that might have been something that was supposed to be a surprise, but I found out, so now you know. Too. Sorry. And then for Zodiac Academy, this is a story about 2 twins that like live in the normal human world, but apparently they're like the heirs to some magical throne or country or something. I don't know the details, but they didn't know anything about the magical world. So somehow they get like pulled back into it, and they get sent to this magical academy. Some of the people that were in power while they were gone don't like that they're here to like reclaim what's theirs. So there are all these boys that have these powers that apparently are like mad at them, and it's like a bully romance, but also like why choose? But then there's twins, like they're twins. I don't know how the dynamic's gonna work. Definitely heavy on the bullying, but we'll see how it goes. That's all I know about that one as well. Obviously I'll let you know more details as I read some pages. It's Saturday. Chase and I are going to the Shen Yun performance show. We've been anticipating this since like before 2020, so we're finally able to go, and I'm gonna take you just like along with us. Obviously I can't show you that much of the show, but that's what we're doing today. And I did start both books, but like barely, like 2 chapters each. So no update there, but I will update you when I have more to say. Hi, I have been terrible at vlogging. Here's my outfit. briefly interrupt this montage to say it is Easter Sunday. Happy Easter if you care. I don't particularly care, but I'm gonna do Easter stuff anyway. Chase and I are going to Jersey to the Myers house. They invited us for their Easter brunch, and Nick and Ina are coming along with us. And the Shen Yun show was fun and entertaining. The dancing was really nice. It was cool to see all the traditional Chinese dancing, and like with the flips, and the costuming was so beautiful with the flowy skirts and the colorful outfits and the long sleeves. The only thing we have to admit is that the storytelling is a little bit silly. A little silly. They had these like this huge screen that was basically their whole set. So they didn't have any like physical sets, which I thought was a little odd, but the dancers would like interact with the screen. Like they'd like jump down and hide behind the screen, and then their character would like pop up on the screen and like fly away. So it was a little silly, but still a fun time. And we had shockingly amazing seats. I mean, it wasn't a surprise because Chase got the seats. We got a good like value whatever for it because we've been holding on to the tickets for so long. But yeah, I was like dead center on that first upper level, so the best seat in the house feels like. So that was amazing. But yeah, we are running late. We have to catch the bus. I'm gonna continue the montage as I enjoy Easter Sunday. Yes. So cute. So cute. Oh, that's a good one. Mine was a unicorn. Smile, mommy. Wave to the camera. Alright, Dad, you're in it. As we get lunch.
What's up?
I'm just gonna catch the most interesting.
I know what to do now. I know what to do. I'm ready.
If I rim the other one, is it not too good?
Well, yeah, we don't play like that anymore.
That was pretty good though. Did you get that I got it in?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Kinda.
good. That's a,
Yeah.
Kinda
No, I did.
ish?
I did.
I made it.
Yeah!
Nick?
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Now we're at the, you got the advantage of the lefties. Me and Dad are lefties.
Ooh. A little off.
Good try, good try.
Oh, that was really good.
You know, you get better the drunker you are.
Is that how it works?
Hi, it's another day, and I have been doing a lot of reading of Zodiac Academy. I'm 43% of the way through, so I have some updates for you guys. First off, let me say, I was reading this in bed last night, and I was literally up until like 3:40 in the morning just consuming this book. In the beginning, I wasn't that sure. Like, the writing is fine. It's like kind of straightforward. It's not like flowery or anything, but it just like kind of gets to the point. I'm enjoying it. It's like really consumable. But going into this, I was a little worried that because the two main characters are twins, that I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two girls. And when you're reading, it's from first person, but each chapter kind of like switches between the two. But you can definitely see their differences. You can feel the difference. Like if I put this book down and picked it back up, like I could tell which girl it is. Like there's plenty of differences between them. So yeah, anyway, the point of the story is that these two girls are fae. They were living in the human world. They had no idea that they were fae at all. And then after they turned 18, this guy comes and picks them up and is like, hey, I'm taking you back to the world you're from. You guys are the missing princesses of this realm, and you have a chance to like gain back your throne. Even though it's kind of like back and forth in the society if they want them to or not. Like some people are really supportive of this idea of like the true royal heirs taking the throne back. But over the last 20 years while they've been missing, their birth parents have been murdered, and this council of 4 families have been splitting the responsibility of ruling the kingdom like equally. So there are these 4 heirs at the school the 4 sons of these families who have been like training to take over. So they're pissed that these 2 girls are here. So anyway, the girls have been taken to the school, whatever, and they're kind of just like thrown in, and they literally know nothing. And that's like the most irritating part about the story. Don't get me wrong, like I'm having a really fun time. I'm highly entertained. But the most infuriating thing that I literally just came across again at 43% is that everybody at this school, including the teachers, including the heirs, are like, wow, you guys really don't know anything about Fae. It's like, dude, they've been here for like 36 hours. They don't know anything. Why do you keep saying that everybody knows that they've been missing and that they know nothing? So why do you keep saying they know nothing? Like, you know they know nothing. So stop being surprised they know nothing. It's so annoying. Oh my God, you know what I mean? So anyway, more context on the story. It's like the Zodiacs, they're Geminis, which is perfect because they're twins or whatever. Like I said, their parents were like the king and queen or whatever, and they are now the most powerful Fae creatures like to ever walk the planet, but just by like birth coincidence, you know what I mean? In this world, there's elemental magic, so it's like fire, earth, air, water, classic, and usually Fae will have one of these elements, sometimes 2, extremely rarely 3, and then it's never been heard of to have 4. Of course, the twins have all 4 each, and then the heirs have like a mix, but each heir, like those guys, are in charge of respective houses. So like one heir is the leader of like the air element house, and then the water, earth, whatever, each for the 4 of them. And the girls have to keep putting up with them, and they are bullying them heavy, like heavy humiliation, heavy like they're being like assaulted, like not sexually assaulted, but like like inappropriately touched, well, actually, it's towing the line. Like, it's definitely something that people could be arrested for doing, like things that are happening to them. But yeah, there's a lot of elements to this book which also surprised me. Like, there are these things that they call orders, so it's just like the different kinds of Fae beings these people can be. So like, there are vampires, there are werewolves, there are sirens, there are Pegasuses, there are like tons of magical beings that these Fae people can like be or transform into or whatever. The 2 girls don't know what they are yet. They still have a lot to learn. And yeah, I'm highly entertained, but also feel so bad that they're being like tortured for no reason other than the fact that they have a right to the throne even though they don't want it. You know, like they had gone through the foster system and stuff because the people they thought were their parents like died in a fire. Traumatic, and they just kind of want a better life for themselves. So they agreed to like put up with going through this school and stuff because they have to graduate in order to get their inheritance and stuff. And they just want some peace, you know what I mean? So they're putting up with this stuff, and they're having to quickly learn the way of this Fae world and like how things are done. And pretty much you gotta fight for everything you want. You know, you gotta take what you want. You gotta like put up your dukes. I can see why Hannah got addicted to this series. I can see that happening for myself. The only thing that like scares me about this series is that 1, it's really long, and 2, the books are so long and they just get longer and longer. And I'm just like, there are like so many books I need to read, and that is like such a commitment. And I just want to like make sure the authors know where they're going with the story. I don't want them to just be making shit up as they go. I want them to have like a clear plan and like feel like things are foreshadowed, and you know. But I've been pleasantly surprised. They're starting to underlay some other elements, like some secrety stuff, like some larger societal problems that are going on in the world, like hinting at it. But right now we're very focused in on the school. That's my update. Not much to update on Evelyn Hugo. I have started it. I've read more chapters now, but still not that far. I do have some context too. So our main character, Monique, has been called by Evelyn to write her biography, and Evelyn won't tell this life story to anyone except Monique, and Evelyn won't tell Monique like why she picked her. Like, Monique has never met Evelyn before, but like Evelyn wants to give her this exclusive and basically make Monique rich off this book. And Evelyn as a character feels larger than life already. And it's funny because you kind of feel like you want to look her up. You're like, oh, she has all this history and like back in the 60s and like da-da-da, she was so beautiful. And you kind of want to like Google it, but she's not a real person. But it feels really real. Like you feel like you're talking about a real celebrity. So that's fun. And she has some quotes that were like really stellar. So I'm like, oh man, I should annotate this. So I started annotating as well. So that's my update for now. I will catch you later. It's late and it's a lot of days later. I'm over 100 pages through Evelyn, but I don't feel like giving an update right now, and I still need to give you an update on Zodiac Academy, which I literally finished last week. A whole week has gone by and I had a really fun weekend and I didn't bother to film it. I'm gonna update you tomorrow. This book is hella depressing, but it also is full of a lot of great quotes, but I'll tell you that when I look less homeless. Hi, it's been a few days. Last night I was doing a ton of reading on the couch of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I'm enjoying it, but also it's really depressing. It's way more depressing than I thought it would be, because Evelyn is in this typical expected position where like actresses are expected to basically sell their bodies to move up in the industry, but she's very like, I don't know if blasé is the word, but she's like very determined and it doesn't bother her that much. But it's just like really sad. And I've met her second husband already. I'm about 100 pages in, maybe like 115 or so. And he's a piece of shit. But I won't go into details of it. I will say, even though it's depressing, there are some amazing, thought-provoking lines in this book, and the sirens. It's like, there's no sirens, and then I started filming the sirens. I've been annotating the book. Let me find some good ones. I'm gonna do the purple ones because those are the thought-provoking ones. So some Evelyn thought-provoking quotes are, "Don't be so tied up trying to do the right thing when the smart thing is so painfully clear," which she definitely lived her life by. Evelyn says, "I'm fine with the idea of using people, and all of that energy that you spend trying to convince yourself that you're not using people, I spend getting better at it." This is her advice to Celia. I wrote, "I wonder if this is decent advice, clearly not morally, but maybe practically? I don't know." What do you think? Is it practical to use people? I don't think it's morally good to like be using people, but maybe it's practical advice. You let me know what you think. Ooh, okay. This one is really, really good. So Evelyn says, "People think that intimacy is about sex, but intimacy is about truth. When you realize you can tell someone your truth, when you can show yourself to them, when you stand in front of them bare and their response is, 'You're safe with me,' that's intimacy." And I agree with that. I think that's beautiful. So yes, I am enjoying the book overall. It's just sometimes I'm like scared to pick it up, but I really want to finish this vlog in the next couple days. So I'm probably gonna do more reading tonight, and I'll catch up with you hopefully when I'm done, because I don't know if I'm gonna have more to say. Oh, I didn't tell you that much about the plot now that I have more context. So basically the setup of this book is that, like I said, Evelyn is having this woman write her biography, and we're getting to know chronologically, like Evelyn is telling the story in chronological order, the events of her life, her husband's, her acting career, her one true love, who she didn't end up marrying. The spoiler that I thought I had about her being queer is true. Like, I know it officially in the story now, and I'm like barely a third, maybe, of the way through. So I don't think it's like that much of a spoiler, because it's not like, oh, you find out at the end, you know what I mean? So I'm relieved on that. And then for Zodiac Academy, I didn't tell you about that. So I did finish it. I really needed some time to digest it. I really needed time to digest that book, because my God, I was like, once I got through the beginning part of the story, like the setup and the twins get into the school and we meet some of the guys, I started like consuming that book so quickly. Like, I was at the gym, like walking on the treadmill reading, doing the Stairmaster reading, and I was just flying through it, because I was like, okay, I'm seeing the tension, I'm seeing the intrigue. They're bullying them like massively. Like, it is insane, next level bullying. And then it becomes kind of like unforgivable bullying. Like, the things that happen at the end are so cruel. I'm like so over these men. I'm like, how am I supposed to be rooting for them? They are just so evil. I have no idea how this series is gonna turn around. Like, why would I ever want these men to be with these women? Because they're just so cruel. There's maybe like one dude who's not an heir that is a little sus, but he is redeemable. Like, he does some redeemable things in the book. And I'm suspicious of some other people surrounding them that aren't like obvious villains, but I'm suspicious of them, because there's clearly this mystery thing going on in the background. I'm seeing like this overarching plot line start to develop, like the overarching political landscape of this world. It's just being hinted at. So I'm intrigued to learn more about that, even though I usually don't care about politics. But I'm just curious to see what more this series could bring to the table. But honestly, I have no idea how I'm supposed to like root for these guys. Hannah is telling me that it's supposed to get more romantic. And I'm gonna continue. I did download book 2, but my God, that end like really hurt. Like, that was just brutal. That was brutal. Like, my God, they're just awful. And the twins are like, we don't want the throne. You can have it. And the guys just don't care. They're like, you're still a threat to us. We're still gonna make your lives miserable. And I don't know if I talked about this before, because it's been a few days, but like, it doesn't make sense for these men who are threatened by these twins, because the twins are gonna be like the most powerful fae creatures to ever exist. They just don't have the knowledge and the experience and the practice with their magic. But they literally have 4 elements, where most people have 1 or 2. And their father, the previous king, had 3 and he was like super powerful, right? So they have 4 and there's 2 of them. So it's like, why are you making enemies of these twins that are gonna be so extremely powerful? That makes no sense. You know what I mean? Because they didn't kill them yet, at least. But like, if you're not gonna kill them and they don't plan on leaving, you're just gonna make their lives hell, they're gonna take revenge. Like, I hope they take revenge. I hope they kick the shit out of these guys because they deserve it. They deserve 20 times more suffering than they've dished out at this point because they're so freaking petty and ridiculous and immature and awful, and I hate them so much. But I guess we'll see. I don't know. I don't even want to root for them. I just want the girls to be happy. I just want them to be safe and protected and happy, and all these guys are dickholes, and that's really crude to say online, but you know, that's all I have to say for now. I'll catch you later. Hi, it's another day. A few days have passed and I finished The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo a handful of days ago, and I'm excited to talk to you about my thoughts. But first, I got a fun package in the mail and I figure I'd show you. So I ordered off Amazon, but it came from Better World Books. And it's a book, obviously. Let's get in there. I think I need scissors. Also, this is like the strangest packaging I've gotten for books, but it seems pretty safe in there. Wow, it's really in there. I got this yeah, it looks pretty used. I got this used copy of For My Lady's Kiss, a historical romance. So we'll just add that to the shelf there. The shelf has gotten a bit messy, but you know. Okay, and then in other news, like I said, I completed this stunning book and I annotated it quite a bit. I had a great time reading this book. I will say my jaw hit the floor at least 3 times while reading this book. It was so good, very dramatic. I was very surprised. There's this like lingering mystery with the connection between our writer, main character, and Evelyn, and like why Evelyn selected her to write this book for her. When I found out what that connection was, I was floored. And I had to give this 5 stars simply because the quotes that come out of this book, the things that Evelyn says, the lessons that Evelyn teaches our main character and like teaches us as readers is just so interesting and thought-provoking and morally gray, you know, because Evelyn isn't necessarily a good person. She's very selfish, she's very extremely driven, and she does whatever she needs to do to achieve her end goals, but she also deeply cares about her loved ones and her like true love that you'll discover in this book. Well, it's not a spoiler. Her true love is a woman, and I won't tell you who it is. Like the things she did to protect her true love and to protect her family and her best friend, and just like the heartache of years lost, the people around you like dying, and oh, so good. I mean, I know I read some of my favorite lines with you already. It was just really, really good. And it's historical too, obviously, because it's like her life over like almost 70 years. So seeing how society put people in boxes and limited their freedom to like be their truest selves, and I don't know. I thought it had really interesting discussions. I totally understand the hype about this book now, and I'm happy to say I will jump on the bandwagon and agree that this is an amazing story. You should read it if you haven't already, even though I'm probably the last person to read this book. 5 stars, easily. Now I can move that to the top of my shelf with my completed reads of Book of the Month. Now we can tuck this guy away. So that's it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed. We read some fun, famous TikTok books for this video, with Zodiac Academy being like a wild psycho ride that I enjoyed way more than I ever anticipated, so I'm excited to continue on in that series. And then Evelyn Hugo literally living up to all the high expectations and hype and everything surrounding it. It just like hit every mark. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. If you did, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. It definitely helps my channel out, and I'll catch you in another video. Bye.